Hello YouTube, my name is Kerte and I'm an adventure travel blogger at adventuroustrails.com. This is my first ever YouTube video, so I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, make sure to subscribe to my channel. There'll be more content coming up in the coming weeks. I'll tell you a little bit about my quest. I'm climbing the 7 summits for charity. So 7 highest peaks on each continent, and before each peak I'll be fundraising for a different charity. In 30 days I'll be flying to Africa to climb Kilimanjaro, and that will be my second of the 7 summits. I've already done the one in Australia, which some can argue is not one of the 7th, but anyway. And I thought I'll just talk about what I'm bringing with me, what's my packing list, what's going to be in my bag and why. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and yeah, let's get into it. So starting from the essentials like clothes, backpacks, to electronics and toiletries. Stay tuned. So first of all, I'm going with Adventure Professionals, run by Glenn and Alyssa Azar, who are amazing, and they actually provide a lot of the gear for me. I don't need things like backpacks, I don't need a sleeping bag, they all have tents, so it's a little bit maybe different to what you normally see, but yes, the main things is just the sleeping bag that I'm not going to take because I'll be provided one, and just my backpack, which they will give me one as well. But of course, if you don't get these given to you, absolutely add these to your list. So we'll start with clothing. You need several layers when you go to climb Kilimanjaro. The main reason is because you're going to be going through 5 different climates. You go through the rainforest when you start your climb, you know, through a moraine desert up to the top where you have glaciers and minus 20 degrees. So you need to be able to have clothes that you can add if you get cold and things that you can take off when you get really hot. So we'll just start from we'll just start from somewhere, I guess. So I'll be taking, we'll start with my underwear. I've got merino wool underwear. I'll have 4 pair of these. Knickers. I will have a couple of sports bras because I find that's really important to keep me comfortable. I've got some trekking shirts. I've got a long sleeve top. I've actually got 2 of these. They're specifically designed for hiking, so they're obviously a technical material, and you don't want to bring anything cotton with you because when it gets wet, and it will get wet because you will sweat, you will just get cold and it doesn't dry anymore. I have a short sleeve shirt just for when I'm on the lower elevations, when I'm going through the rainforest, and then I've just got a 3rd one which is just a little bit thicker for when it gets colder. So I will also have merino wool, like long underwear basically. So again, I've got 2 of these, and they keep me nice and warm, and I can just layer them up on top of each other, and that will be my base layer. So I've got 2 of these. I've got pants, more like leggings as well, with merino wool in it, just like my thermals basically. I will also have hiking pants. So my favorite pair from Kathmandu, I love these. This is going to be my main pair that I'm going to use. I also have another pair that I recently purchased. It's not as warm, so it will probably be used more when I walk through the rainforest. And just in case, I've got a pair of shorts with me because who knows, it might get really hot and I just want to put my shorts on. I will also have a pair of like thermal, like with fleece inlined, what do you call it, like waterproof over pants. So if it starts raining, I can just like open these up and just pull it straight over my boots. I don't have to take my boots off and put these on, and that will keep me nice and dry. Then I've got a couple of fleeces. You only really need one or two. I've got 3 just because I thought I'll keep one purely just to use when I get to camp, so it's not sweaty and wet. Then I will have another one which I love as well. It's very lightweight, but it's so super warm. It's from Mountain Designs. I don't know if they've opened up again or not, but yes, I got that when they were still in business. And then I just have like another hiking jacket / fleece. It's like lined with fleece inside, so if needed I could just pull this on when I get cold as well, and like I can just layer it all up. And then I've got my waterproof shell from my top part of my body and this one's from Kathmandu as well. I don't know why people say their stuff is not real good. Like, I love Kathmandu gear. Okie dokes. I also have a down jacket, also from Kathmandu. It goes into this little bag, and I'll be keeping it in a dry bag just to keep it dry in case it rains. My sleeping bag will go in this as well. My clothes for the night. But yeah, it should be fairly dry when I'm going, so fingers crossed. And I also have a down like a vest as well, because I don't know if my down jacket is going to be warm enough. So if it's really cold on summit night, I can just put this under my jacket, put the down jacket on, and then put the waterproof jacket on as well, just to insulate from wind. Okie dokes. I've got like a whole set of just clothes to wear at camp. I've got another base layer, and this is just like polypro, it's not merino, and just like a pair of fleece insulated leggings, and just some trackies as well. I have some hand warmers. I bought a couple, and toe warmers, because I'm notorious for getting really cold feet and fingers, so definitely be using these on summit night, possibly even the night before. For my neck, I've got a fleece gaiter. It actually is quite warm, and then just a buff as well. I love this. I didn't have one when I went to Everest Base Camp, and I really regretted it because it can get really dusty on the trail, and it's really good. You just pull it over your head, and it keeps the dust out, or cold air, or protects you from the sun. You can wear it as a hat or a bandana or a scarf, or just pull it over your face. It's brilliant. And I bought this one, which is like it's not a baklava, but basically you just put it over your face like that, and then it's meant to be good for cold, I guess. I don't know how it's going to work, because it's not very that comfortable, but I'll see how I go with it. I also have a hat for the summer day. It's also nice and warm. It's got fleece inside. I love this. And just a cap for other times to protect me from the sun. In terms of gloves, I have 3 pairs. So I've got my merino wool like glove liners, if you can call it like that. So they're really like just I don't know, like a really thin layer. And then I have a mid-weight layer, which are touchscreen gloves, so I can still use my phone and take photos with them. and I can like layer these up, depends of the weather. And then I have these ones which are like ski gloves, but they're super warm. I wore them when I went to when I climbed Kosciuszko in April, and it was really cold, and these just made my hands so warm I had to take them off. So I got a lot of trust in these. And then the main thing for me, at least, is socks. Like when I went to Everest Base Camp last year, I only had 2 or 3 pairs of socks and 2 pairs of sock liners, and for 2 weeks it's just not enough. It's just my feet started smelling and like they were sweating, and it was just not, it was not nice. So this time I've got 7 pairs of socks. Some are thicker than others, so as I go up higher in altitude I can adjust what I'm wearing. Plus I will just have 1 pair just for the camp again, so that I always have dry feet. And I will have about 4 pairs of sock liners this time, so hopefully that will be a big improvement from last time. I also have a travel towel, which it actually folds out really large, but then just fits into this little bag, which is great. I'm not going to get it out because I can't get it back in probably, so I'll leave it. As I showed you before, I have a couple of dry bags for my electronics, and if it does end up raining, I could use these. I also have a rain cover for my backpack should it start raining. Bought these really cheap from Nepal. I think it was only a couple dollars. And then gaiters. I've never had gaiters before. I'm gonna have to try them on before I take them. Supposedly they're meant to be good, but we'll see if they are worth taking. And then I will have 2 pairs of sunnies in case, you know, I lose a pair or it breaks. So this one is meant to be unbreakable, so fingers crossed. And then I'll have my normal glasses. I do wear glasses, so I'll have a couple of these cases. Cloths to clean my glasses, very important because you can't see through dirty glasses, and I have tried to think of everything. Then I'm taking my sneakers just to wear around camp when I get there, and it's so good to get out of your boots by the end of the day. Of course, my boots, my most important piece of gear. A couple of months ago I've been wearing them in. It's really important that if you buy new boots, that you wear them in, and I love them. They're so lightweight compared to my old ones. And the old ones were really expensive mountaineering boots, and these are just, they make such a big difference. I will also be taking like a self-inflatable mattress. I tried it out, it was only a cheapie and it didn't really self-inflate, so I'm thinking, should I just send it back and get another one from somewhere else possibly, or if I should just go with what I'll be given, because they will give me a mat to sleep on. Of course I will have my hiking poles, extendable hiking poles. Got these from Nepal for like $10. They're not like, you know, your fancy lightweight ones, but they do their job, so that's what I'm taking. I will also have a travel pillow. I can use it as a pillow, and if I open this zipper here, I can actually make it to be like around my neck, like a neck pillow, so I can use it on the plane as well. I will be taking my big backpack. Oh, big, it's 55 litres, so this is where I'm going to hopefully try and fit everything in, but because I will be given a backpack to wear during the hike, depends what it looks like and how it feels. I might wear my existing one, or I might go with the one that I've been provided. Okie doke, so I don't think I've missed anything, just lots of layers. Yeah, Okie doke. So next up, medications and toiletries and things like that. This is what I've invested the most amount of money in. Sounds silly because your clothes are meant to be, well, keep you warm and that you invest in, but honestly, I've had that much trouble traveling around Asia with like gastro problems, and like I can still feel some of the effects from when I went to Bali in January. So I have a fully stocked medical kit, which still is missing a couple of things, but I'll talk you through what I've got. So I have to take fiber supplements every day. So this is my fiber. I will be having hydrolyte, electrolyte tablets that I can put in my water, and that's really important when you've lost a lot of water and you just need to replace your electrolytes. I will have activated charcoal for stomach issues. I will have clotrimazole, which I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right, but it's antifungal cream, just in case. I will of course have strepsils, because you will get a dry throat or even a sore throat with the cold weather. I will also have just gastro stop in case, you know, the worst happens. I will take painkillers. I will take glycerol suppositories should I be blocked up. I will have something for every occasion. Painkillers, more painkillers. I will have water purification tablets, really important. Even though they will be boiling my water, I will be putting these tablets in as well. I want to be extra careful and make sure I don't get sick. And then I just have like a couple of tablets here should I be vomiting, to stop that, and Voltaren. So if I get sore muscles, I got this mini travel size pack as well. So that's that. I also have, so this is like my actual medicines. Well, probiotics. I've been taking them, but they recommend to start taking like a month before, which I have now, just to make my stomach a bit stronger to whatever I'm maybe eating. I bought this little like a pill container, but it's not real good. Like it doesn't really clip, like it doesn't close properly, I guess. So I'm not sure if I'm going to take this or not, but I thought it would be so good to have in my like bag that I have to carry, and all my tablets in that I know that I have to take every day. Okay, so I've got more gastro stuff. Water purification tablets. Oh, Travelan. I'm not sure if I'll be taking these this time, but just in case, if I think I'm gonna have something dodgy, I'll have this before. So this is basically meant to make your stomach stronger or whatever for that one meal that you're gonna have after you have this tablet, and you shouldn't get any stomach problems. I will be taking malaria tablets. I've heard so many bad things about Lariam, so we'll see if I get psychotic. If I do, then that's why. Also, as women can appreciate, I am due to have my periods when I go, so I've asked my doctor to give me something to postpone these if that should happen. Of course, I have Diamox. I'll be taking Diamox as a preventative measure for altitude sickness. I have some eye drops in case I get dust in my eye, or who knows. I've got decongestant for my nose. It's just like a nasal spray, and yeah, just more water purification tablets and the rest. Then I have a blister kit. This includes, I've got this like a small container of petroleum jelly, and that one I've heard you rub your feet in it before you put your boots on and before you put your socks on, and that will like help with friction, and you shouldn't be getting any blisters. It's also good for chafe, but my boots haven't given me any trouble, no blisters, nothing, so I don't actually think I'll be needing this, but I'll have this small jar with me just in case. I have a couple of band-aids here for cuts or things like that, and just alcohol swabs as well, just to disinfect it, and strapping tape. If I do get blisters, I'll just strap my feet before, like as I feel that it starts building up, because you don't want to leave it to the last minute, because it's best to get it before it actually develops. I will also have, that's a really good tip I found from other YouTubers, a little fingernail brush, because your hands will get filthy. So this is really good because they will bring you like a little bowl of hot water, hopefully, or so I've heard, in the tent, either in the morning or in the evening, so you could wash your hands and your face. So I can do that and have the cleanest hands in the whole campsite. And I will also have dry shampoo, which is, because obviously we're not going to be able to have a shower on the mountain, we're just camping. I will have dry shampoo, just like some toiletries, very important, just like a lip balm with sunscreen in it, or like sun protection, because yeah, your feet, not your feet, sorry, your lips will get really dry. I bought this mini hairbrush so I don't have to lug my big hairbrush with me. I've got a little shiwi as well. I just ordered it off online from like a Chinese, like basically from AliExpress, and it was only like $1. So we'll see how that works. And I have a pee bottle as well for that purpose. If I need to go at night, I'm not getting out of my tent, probably not even getting out of my sleeping bag. Well, you would want to get out of your sleeping bag, but anyway, saves me from getting out in the cold. And I think I forget to mention, I have a sleeping bag liner as well, which because they will be giving me a sleeping bag, I'll just put this in and keep the sleeping bag nice and clean. And what else? Oh, well, I've got panty liners, because I'm going to be wearing the same underwear for a couple of days, so instead of changing underwear, you can just change your panty liners. And then I will have, obviously, mosquito repellent, don't want to get bitten. I have a lot of antibacterial gel, wipes, just to keep my hands really clean, and hopefully I won't get sick. Sunscreen, this one is 110 SPF. I got this from Nepal. It's really strong. It says protect from 99% of burning rays. So then I just bought like some tissues so I could blow my nose on the trail, just in case. One good roll of toilet paper, because I don't know what quality toilet paper they have in Africa, but in Nepal it was definitely not the same quality as we get back home, so I have my own. And I'll just be bringing a couple of these Ziploc bags where I can just put in rubbish that I might accumulate while I trek. And then I can just dispose of it. I can put the used toilet paper in it, or things like that, and I can dispose of it when we get to camp. So another hand sanitizer, and obviously we're not going to have a shower as I mentioned earlier, so I've got a big bag of baby wipes, which when I did Everest Base Camp I ran out of, so we had to buy I think it was like $15 just for one of these, which only cost me $2 right now. So I thought I'll get a couple other ones as well. So one just to put in my day bag, and then one for like downstairs, and then just one for my face as well, specifically. And then I've got just like a little bag with everything I'm going to take on the plane, including earplugs, another hand sanitizer, and then the sanitizing wipes, a face mask. I have a travel wallet as well, which is meant to be like skin proof, and I can put it on my pants instead of keeping it in the bag. It also comes with a little strap. So, and I used that a lot when I was in Asia. It was really good. And then I will have obviously my documents. I had my yellow fever vaccine done. People say you don't need it coming from Africa, coming from Australia, but I just wanted to be extra careful. I didn't want to have any trouble at the border. I've printed out my itineraries, just like flight tickets, all of that stuff, insurance papers, and I've got some snacks as well. So I'm taking some nuts with me. I've packed them individually in these little snack bags, so I can just chuck one in my hiking bag each day, and of course some chocolate. So that covers all of that part. And then of course I have my electronics. So I will have obviously my GoPro, which I'm using to film this video right now. I also have a gimbal, which the GoPro goes in, and then when I turn it on, it will keep the camera steady, so you'll get a really cool video in the end. No shaking hands or anything. I also have one of these, I don't even know what you call them, but I could put my phone in there and just attach it to whatever, or just use it as a mini tripod for like pictures and things. And that doesn't really weigh much, so might as well take that. I will have a head torch that I'll be using to go, you know, obviously for the summit night we'll be using this, or you know, just walking around camp when it gets dark. I will have my own pulse oximeter. So this is basically, it's measuring my blood oxygen levels, and I'll be monitoring these. It's just interesting to see how, like, what my body will do, and yeah, I'm sure they will have one, like the company I'm going with will have one that they can test with, but I just thought I will have my own and I can test it anytime I want. I will have my Kindle with a lot of books in it, because I love to read, and they're all mountaineering books, of course. So I've got that. For other entertainment, I've got a little journal that I'm going to be just, you know, writing in when I'm there, and just some crosswords to do probably on the plane more so than on the trail. And then I will have, I've got spare batteries for the oximeter and the head torch, and batteries drain in the cold a lot faster, so I've got a fair few. I need to keep them warm. So all of these things I will actually be keeping in my sleeping bag, like the electronics that can drain, my phone, camera. I will have a couple of these battery packs. All of this will be in my sleeping bag at night to keep it nice and warm. I also invested in a solar charger. So this little thing basically just clips onto my backpack, and then I will attach a battery pack to it, and that will just store all the energy from the sun in here, and then I can use it later on for whatever I need to charge. or I can just hook my phone to it and charge my phone straight off the bat. I will have my little iPod with me because obviously I'm just going to be using my mobile for pictures and I don't want to drain the battery all the time, so all my music is going to be on this. It lasts for weeks, so it's really good. I've just updated with a whole bunch of new songs. What else? I will be wearing my Fitbit just to track how far I walked, you know, how many steps I've taken, how much I've climbed in height, in altitude. Well, it doesn't really tell me that, but it gives me an idea. I will have just memory cards. I purchased a couple to have enough storage on my GoPro and on my phone. I have this really cool gadget actually that I might show you. It's for my iPhone. Obviously, who has an iPhone knows that you can't like just buy a memory card to put in there. So you can buy this one. I think it's called Leaf. And it basically just clicks onto where you charge your phone, and down the bottom here you can insert a memory card, and then through an app you can transfer things from this card onto your phone and vice versa, and you can keep changing the memory cards. So essentially you're getting unlimited data on your unlimited storage on your phone. It was really good when I was in Nepal, so I'm definitely taking that. Just, you know, some cords and a charger with exchange, like I can change these to a different country outlet or whatever. I've got a spare pair of headphones in case something would happen with my other ones. And wow, I think I finished. I think I've got everything. I'm sure there's a few. Oh, actually, I forgot to say I'm just getting some antibiotics as well for any bacterial infections from food. And I don't know, I think that's about it. So half an hour to explain it all to you, so that's quite a big list. I'll also have this one just for my toiletries. And yeah, I don't think I've missed anything. If I think of something, I'll just add it to the description. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching through the end of this video. I'm planning to do a couple videos about the trip, the whole experience. I'm going to be interviewing the people that I go with, so yeah, some exciting stuff coming up. Plus, of course, all my other climbs. I'm planning to climb Everest in 2020, all going well, and Aconcagua before that, hopefully. And yeah, so stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for taking a look, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.